Hi everybody, Gary Williams here for Toolbarn.com's Barn Banter. You know, spring is almost here, and with spring comes that desire that we all have to get out and clean up after a long winter, because things are looking pretty dowdy about now. They're dirty, they're gravelly, they're muddy, they're whatever. So you want to get out and clean it up. And we've got a lot of great tools for you on Toolbarn.com to help you do that, including some really great pressure tools. And you ought to take a look at these, and we're going to show those to you in just a minute. Remember, no high pressure sales here, just some really good pressure tools. So stay with us. Yeah, I'm here with Jimmy Nessie, and Jimmy is the brain guy behind pressureparts.com, which is the sister website, a sister website to Toolbarn.com. And Jimmy is here to talk about pressure parts, right? And pressure washers, those kind of things. So Jimmy, I'm going to kind of let you kick this off. Tell me about what you folks are doing there and why it's different than a lot of these pressure washer sites or companies you might find.
There are 1 million pressure washers sold every year.
Yeah, literally,
big box
right?
stores and wholesale clubs and all that. And the challenge with that is there's not a lot of support and aftermarket accessories and add-ons available at those stores. So through both Toolbarn and Pressure Parts, you can get these add-ons and also some technical support and repair parts.
Accessories are really important for any kind of tool, but I think especially for pressure washers.
Well, let's start talking about like a consumer homeowner electric pressure washer.
Okay.
Probably the most purchased pressure washer out there for homeowners. Homeowner Electrics sits in the garage ready to go, and you'll get it out this spring and the hose is busted.
All right.
So, for instance, Pressure Parts and Toolbarn offers a gun hose replacement kit that is universal. You get it in a box, and it's this gun, this 25-foot hose, and this spray wand, and it fixes all homeowner electric pressure washers that have ever been sold out there.
Yeah.
So it makes it easy. You go from a homeowner electric pressure washer, and you can go into the more commercial gas pressure washers, and we have a kit for that. This kit's meant for like a 3,000 PSI or higher gas engine pressure washer.
All right.
Like a 13 horsepower, 4,000 PSI gas pressure washer. This fits. You get a 50-foot wire braid hose, a complete wand, trigger gun, nozzles, all the quick couplers in the box to universally fit any gas engine pressure washer.
You know, when we talk about more conventional power tools, drills, and all those kind of things, we talk about how important good accessories are, good bits. You got a bad bit and a good drill, yeah, you're not really in great shape. Same holds true with pressure washers, I assume. It's really good to invest in some decent accessories for those. So why don't you walk us down some of these and tell us what's good about them and why you ought to consider these from a quality standpoint.
All right, these are just a handful of different accessories we sell on the website. There's much more than this. These just happen to be some of the hotter ones. Sure. For instance, a patio cleaner, driveway cleaner. This you would hook up to a gas engine pressure washer and sweep the patio.
I could use this in my shower stall.
Yeah, you probably should.
It needs a little work, you know, so yeah.
And then we got foamers. This actually has been hot the last few years, foaming attachments. This being for an electric homeowner consumer, this being for gas engine pressure washers. What this does is takes your detergents, chemicals, and foams it on your side of your house on a vinyl siding or on the car, and it lets that soap attach itself and cling onto the surface and dwell and clean. Very, very, very hot item. It's been hot for the last 20 years. It's called a turbo nozzle or a rotary nozzle. What this does is takes a pencil stream nozzle and it spins it. So it takes the most concentrated orifice, the most powerful orifice, and it spins it so you cover a larger area. So you attach this to a sizable pressure washer, let's say a 3,500 PSI washer, and you want to wash scaly paint off a brick or something. It's the only way to go.
That's the go, okay.
This is a commercial version, and this is homeowner electric version. So we have them for the full breadth of pressure washer.
Right.
Extension wands, you want to get up to that higher window or second story deck, we got wands that are from 12-inch to a telescoping wand that goes from 6 to 24 feet. So you can wash your second story eaves or get the cobwebs off your home from the ground.
Yeah.
And then obviously pressure washer hose. The lesser expensive pressure washers out there use a PVC plastic hose and they burn on the mufflers and they break.
Right.
Probably one of our higher sold items on the web. We got them for all makes and models, and a lot of guys don't like the fact that the machine typically comes with a 25-foot, so we have hoses 25, 50, and 100 footers, both in consumer, grade, and heavy duty industrial.
So basically everything we've got on the websites are designed to make the tool you buy better, or to at least make it work, function
and
better.
Everything from Joe Blow at home to Mr. Commercial User on the other end of the
All
spectrum.
right, you cover it all. Okay,
Yep, we
great.
sure do.
Good. Now, Jimmy, when you're looking for pressure washers, numbers don't always tell the whole story. At least, not all the numbers don't always tell the right story. But you can explain that. I know I've seen all kinds of things on the shelves in terms of how much PSI one has versus another, and what's that all about? Just explain that for us.
When you're talking about the consumer-based pressure washer, the homeowner pressure washer, in electrics, the numbers jump all over the place, and they have for years. And everybody always tends to gravitate towards the higher PSI. And that's
Bigger
not
is
always,
better. That's
not
the thought.
always
Yeah,
the case.
right.
And it's mostly marketing for the manufacturers. You really want to look at two numbers, the pressure and the volume, the GPMs.
Right.
I want those to be as high as possible, but if I was to have to trade one over the other, I would trade pressure for volume. I want GPM to be the highest I can get on the model I'm looking at. So I would much rather have a 1500 PSI at 1.9 gallon a minute pressure washer per se than a 2000 PSI at 1.3. It requires water to clean. In the gas pressure washer world, it's not so difficult to find one that you like in that regards because the engine horsepower dictates the performance of the pressure washer. So typically a 5.5 horsepower gas pressure washer has the same performance brand for brand. But if you see one over another that jumps all of a sudden in pressure, then you want to look at that GPM, and I'll bet you they sacrifice GPM to get the pressure number higher to try to sell more pressure washers. So just to be careful, and when you're shopping pressure washers, higher volume is more important than higher pressure.
Okay. All right. Well, there's a lot to think about when you go out to buy these, just as there is with just about any tool on the market. We've got the information you need to make informed purchase decisions on pressureparts.com or toolbarn.com. So if you're in the market for a pressure washer, and a lot of you will be, I'm pretty sure, this spring, check out either of those websites and you'll get the information you need, and as importantly, you'll find the tools that you need. So thanks for being with us. We hope you join us next time.